Oh, sorry, 1 second. Alright, okay, we're good. Uh, okay. Yeah, sorry. I thought I heard some weird audio issue that just. But nope, we're all good. Okay. Hey, Henry, welcome. I see you like the German. Alright, so finished off Encounter 2. Disc 1, really. Disc 1. So now we're up to Alter Ego. Which, funnily enough, is at least spelled the same way. I don't think there is. I think the best that I got was just dumping textures from a dolphin. That's what I use for like my offline image. I just use the texture. I don't think there's like a super high quality rip of it, though, or version of it though. At least I haven't checked in a while. All right, Alter Ego. So we'll be watching all the cutscenes. I'm curious though if they're going to if they translated the lyrics to the Handsome Men theme though. Curious about that. Yeah, Anime Garcia.
We are the Punishing Rangers, the Handsome Men!
Oh, they didn't. I'll probably translate what the reporter says though.
Reporting live to you now.
Yep.
The reports are just coming in. Steve Thunderson of the Democratic Party has been assassinated during today's Congress session. The assassins appeared to be wearing costumes resembling the comic book characters, the Handsome Men. Oh, jeez.
Just cancel your. You just got it for that? Well, dang. I probably would have done the same, but it was you did it for free. For that, yeah. Find any more funkiness about it? Or is it just that weird bit? We're hiding the N64 or thing. Got it for free? Yeah, as well.
Who are they?
You never heard of them? That mysterious group of guys who call themselves the Handsome Men? I've heard that they're designed by the military to counter the Heaven Smiles. But what's funny is that they look like heroes from an underground comic, ZTT Comics. Ever heard of them? Anyway, the hype about this comic is that the stories seem to cross over with the real world.
What's that got to do with Thunderson's assassination?
Well, you see, the story in the comic forewarned about the assassination before it actually happened. And 27 minutes afterwards, a news story about Thunderson's assassination was updated in the online game.
Who's the architect behind this?
Well, I know for sure that the bastards at the PR agency, Electro and Line Inc., are trying to buy over whatever character rights they can get a hold of. Not only that, they're spoiling the creative interest of that industry.
So those bastards are the targets?
Actually, the target is the comic book writer.
Yeah, they kept
Trevor
Trevor's
Pearl.
proper name, like, not
He's got a
translated.
place down in
That's
the
the name.
Dominican Republic where he does his thing. Now, sometimes you have to take the strong arm approach.
Got it.
Oh, and before I forget. Look, the latest issue was released today. Last week it ended with Thunderson's assassination. Now, according to the last issue, there's supposedly a new enemy appearance in here.
Our master? He's...
Turned into a monster. Hey, wait a sec. This means that the next target is gonna be... the Killer7.
Okay, they didn't, like, translate Killer7 in the text to be, like, Assassin 7 in German. Wondering if they'd do that. You had to fight 3 of them at the same time? You somehow unlocked a new special hard mode. Okay, anyway, we're skipping. Don't want to sit here all day with these cutscenes. I've seen these. I mean, they're great cutscenes. It's just that, obviously, that's not what I'm looking for.
This is too easy.
Feels still kind of weird to go into the menu, and change characters after being so used to hotkeys. Should be able to do the same maze route. There's no reason why I shouldn't. I wonder if you could do it on PS2. Never thought of doing it on PS2. I want to test it on PS2, but no one should play the PS2 version of this game.
Dangerous.
I'm actually going to test a small thing. Because of course, can't stop thinking of speedrun strats while playing this game. So I would normally kill a Mithril Smile, but I'm apparently the only one that kills the Mithril here, so I want to see how it affects the blood route.
Dangerous.
Or, I think it should, but I'm the only one who does it, so I want to see how much it affects it. No, I just want to point out while we're messing around. This wall is one of the most annoying in the game. Because in order... Like, if you want to talk to all the remnant psyches, you have to unlock Kaede. But, this is leading to a broader point. So Trav is behind that Kaede. Heavy barrier, which seemed to be solid, actually, now that I think of it. Bullets were going off of it, right? But if you want to talk to, talk to Travis up there, you need to unlock Coyote. Meaning you need, and there's no yellow micro in this or like that you can shoot. I don't think the first one is yellow, is it? I actually got.
Fuck you.
Let me double check, because now I'm doubting myself. But yeah, you have to like minimum unlock like 2 of these smiles, do a lot, 2 of these smits by doing a lot of kills. I'm gonna use a mock after this. I just want to see. He's not yellow, is he? I didn't think he was. I never remember because we always run past the smile. Yeah, that's what I thought. He's not. So if you want to see all the remnant psyches. Okay, that took forever to make me not blind. All the remnant psyches in this chapter you have to kill, like what, 20 smiles. Okay, I'm only doing the mock speed. Wait, talk to him. I'm only doing the mock speed just to make the blood rod equivalent while I was checking the micro. We'll watch the Mythrock cutscene. Because, of course we will. What's my blood like? Yeah, I ended up with 4. I didn't realize the Mithril mattered that much. I used like the normal amount of blood. Wait, do I do something different from the other runners? Like besides that? Why is my blood route so much different? I think just the one method.
Light is caprice. Sometimes it escapes the darkness. Sometimes it hides in it. Sometimes it engulfs us, keeping us warm. Other times it desiccates us with absolute unpity. Wherever the light may lead, a beast awaits. You shall be king, Traveler.
Rysand. King, apparently. Indeed. So special. Can't wait to play his game, right? Yeah, let's see how this works. My blood rush should be like what the other runner did, because I killed that one Mithril, but I didn't hear. Let's do my normal route here. Four shots, dummy.
Collateral shot. Collateral shot. Collateral shot.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing differently than the other runners to not have to wait for blood there. Simna mentioned that he has to wait normally, but I just did the blood route like what I thought he did, unless I'm doing something different. I didn't have to wait there. Although this is console, I'm not sure if blood collects differently on console, like at a different speed. Like I think collateral shots might go faster on PC, but that's totally like anecdotal. I don't like have perceived data on that. I don't have like a side-by-side comparison of that. Oh, if I could get that from here and be fancy. Oh, I cannot aim. This room is... You might think such a linear room would be easy, but to get the cycles right is actually pretty hard. Yeah, it was Simna who found out that if you, the trigger to make the spiraled move is like right at the junction, like right around it, right short of it. So if you stop like right before that trigger, you can just not make the spiraled move. I was holding down left. I don't know why. It should have been just down. Wall's not solid. Yeah, see? Ricocheting, but it's going through that wall. Anyway. This chapter's super quick. This won't be that long of a stream. Oh, I did actually want to get the tapes in Smile 2. But we'll do that. That'll make the stream a bit longer too. Most of the passwords are the same.
Dangerous.
It's just, there's some quirks. Oh, dummy. Got it on the ring. Just some quirks by virtue of being, you know, power release. That's not the right ring. Hey, Curtis. Hi, Curtis.
Dangerous.
Hey, Pablo, welcome. Image? Hey, Yumi, welcome. Which do you... Oh, offline? Oh, I literally just, I was funny you mentioned that, because Genry asked that earlier. I'm pretty sure what I did was I just dumped the textures on like, Dolphin, because you can do that, you can dump textures, and I just used that, so it's not super high quality. But, I think it works. Yeah, so, I guess, to answer your question, yes, ripped from the game, essentially. So, Yumi and Rio, welcome. Going. I don't think there's a high quality version of it anywhere. It might be in the assets for the PC version if someone could find it. But yeah, I just ripped mine from Dolphin. My own copy.
Dangerous.
Can I do this room still?
Dangerous.
Oh, it was too early. First time I've failed that in a while. It's easy to recover from. Oh, darn it. I cannot. I cannot with this room today. Healing because I don't trust myself. Killing them because my position's all off. Well, that was weird. Dang. Hey, Spare Frag, welcome. Yeah, the weird part to me, knowing very little German, is playing it in German is just the font differences are throwing me off. That are kind of weird. Okay. This should be... I shouldn't mess this up. This is easy. Hey! Yeah, PAL fonts are just weird. Well, it's... I mean, I already knew most of the differences. I'm doing this to confirm ideas and to make saves for when I want to record stuff for YouTube. For version difference videos. So, but I really haven't found anything that I didn't already know. Type in exclamation point Killer7 versions for my full guide, but yeah, I'm not really finding too much that I didn't already know. Oh, that makes sense. Most games in English. Well, I don't know how good the English. Apparently, French is it's okay. One person said it was bad. Other person said it was pretty good. But yeah, the different font needing the umlaut would make sense. I think. Oh, I cannot. I'm not watching all the cutscenes. Oh, what's the... Is this? No. It's this. The setup is different on widescreen for obvious reasons. Oh, that missed. That drifted. That should be it. Yep. Let's watch this. Why not?
It's Dan Smith, my man!
Yo, how's it going with next week's story, huh?
Whoa, this is unbelievable. You really came? I didn't think I had such power.
You're one lucky guy, you know that? Let me ask you, what happens to your prophecy if I shoot you right now?
Oh, I already wrote it. I wrote the story, so you'll die. Hey, it's almost time for their appearance. The appearance of heroes! You better watch out. These handsome men are tough. Trust me, I know, 'cause I wrote them. Kill Dan! Give him the old handsome wink stuff! Handsome wink! Handsome wink! Get down!
I suggest you don't get too involved. Unless, of course, you want to end up like this fellow here.
You think you guys can kill me?
I didn't know Killer7 had a sense of humor. It's showdown, Dan Smith. Handsome wink!
You'll pay for Black's death, bloody psychopaths, Killer7. Prepare to die. We are the Punishing Rangers, the Handsome Men!
Sorry, but your stupid series ends today. I'll finish you all at once if that's more convenient.
Fine! Let's settle this once and for all. 7 versus 7, fair and square. The place will be Broadway, New York, at 0400. Wait! I'm not finished with you yet!
Talk about characters out of a comic book.
Remember me, Killer7. Oh wait, I forget how to say 7 in German. Hey, Freaky, welcome. Oh yeah, I was noticing some of the double S's. I was just curious the choices. Context. I don't speak German, obviously, but I've sung in German. I can pick out like words and some minor grammar here and there. So yeah, I'm just. Obviously, I know this game well enough where I don't need to. In the game, you can go through it without a language barrier, really. Besides a few bits, but yeah. I can pick out some words, or I can just use context clues. It's pretty literal. I figured as much. I said I wouldn't watch all the cutscenes, but we're watching most of them. We'll watch the opening Handsome Men cutscene, if only because I'm curious if they'll do their introduction. They probably won't translate the names because they're names. Wait, what? They changed the names? Okay. Sieben. Interesting.
They're coming.
Die kommen. Okay, I'll stop because my German accent's so bad.
Wow! It's the Handsome Men! Awesome! They're really here! Did you see that? A real handsome pose!
Hope you guys are ready.
I must say, to decide where you will die is a gallant act.
Fitting for the Killer7, don't you think?
I think that's enough chit-chat. Shall we begin?
Why not? I've got the ultimate cards matched up. Let's get it on!
Yeah, they didn't translate like red or like the colors into German because they're names. That makes sense. We learn it. Dang.
First matchup, Harmon Smith versus Handsome Red.
That's verses in a German. Gegen. Learning. I'm learning, everyone.
Next matchup, Con Smith versus Handsome White Pearl.
Makes sense. I know a lot of games that do that.
Our third matchup is Coyote Smith versus Handsome Gold.
You're fucked.
It's showing Hajime and like the equivalent German.
Coyote Smith versus Handsome
I can't remember if it does that in French. Like if it shows you Hajime and then like the French translation at the same time. I don't remember that. It's been a while since I've gone to this game in French.
Fifth matchup, Kevin Smith versus Handsome
These are the
Dead.
Japanese. Right. The final shot doesn't matter where you shoot it. You'll still die. On the 13th shot, you die. As long as the first 12 hits connect. The 13th one doesn't even have to be on his body.
Sixth matchup, Dan Smith versus Handsome Blue. 7th matchup, Mask Smith versus Handsome Purple.
Hajime, Hajime.
Yes, Devon, welcome. Yes, yes, they do. What's the ending supposed to mean? Exactly. I'm not gonna watch all the cutscenes after this, but I won't watch the love cutscene. But after this part, we're gonna watch the, or rather, we're gonna watch the Capcom world because I like it. But you know how there's like a phrase at the end of each level, you know the world where that smile disappears, draws near, stuff like that. Like I was noticing, the text is centered in English, but I was noticing like it doesn't look centered. So when we get there, I'll point out. Doing all right. How about you? Yep, thank you. This is the last version I haven't played through yet, so finishing up that up. If you want to see my full Killer7 collection, type in exclamation point exclamation point K7 collection? I forget what I did in chat, for the chat box. Oh, they didn't translate thank you for playing. Probably because it was like pre-rendered in the cutscene. Okay, so after this, after it shows the kill, well, let's see. Will the text be centered? I was noticing like the text wasn't necessarily centered. I wasn't sure if it was just me or just. Yeah, no, look at that. That's like not centered. Smile. Bad accent, I don't know. So it's pretty literal. I'm surprised they didn't keep it a smile because throughout the game they introduce smiles as like camellia smile, ceramic smile. I'm surprised they didn't keep that name like smile. Just I don't know, some degree of internal consistency as opposed to just naming it the translation of smile. And I can see why they wouldn't do that, but. Alter Ego is the same, but I imagine, I don't know, maybe actual German speakers in chat could say either Alter Ego like literally the same in German, or it was too long or idiomatic to change to the German equivalent of what Alter Ego would be. Is a word. Okay, that's what I figured. That's the only one that's the same. Unless line is the same. I doubt line would be like line in English. Oh, we're gonna watch the Edo scene because of course we are.
Welcome to the Union, sir. How many nights will you be staying with us?
Actually, I'm meeting someone.
Oh, Mr. Smith. We've been expecting you. The top floor. Please use the elevator in the back.
How do you know my name?
I remember all the faces of our guests. Even your bag, sir.
Huh?
Ah. Such a good scene that one does not realize how good of a scene that is unless you play Flower Sun and Rainbow. Or what it means in context. And I got you, man. That's all that matters. Alright, here's where I make my next save. First I turn to Kaede and then I save, though.
I've changed my makeup.
Yeah, see?
Did you know?
The different font. It's a very...
I've changed.
Oh, not you.
Changed my makeup.
It's this one. Yeah, this probably won't be a long of a stream. But I just wanted to I wasn't intending on streaming today, but I don't know, it was in my brain. I wanted to finish this up. I was thinking how, how I wanted to plan my next few days off from work, because I have quite a few days off from work. So, just thinking, let's just finish it up as soon as I can. Just it'll work how I want to plan my days off. Oh, how's this for Soul Shell? Oh, that's not Soul Shell. I imagine that's pretty literal, too. Yep. Some translates are just like that. This version did come out after the rest of them. Like it released in a 7.7 in the West, but it actually released a month earlier, and they made a lot of, mind you, good localization choices in that time before releasing it on 7.7 in the West. And then, or rather, that's in North American regions. That's the better way to phrase it. It released first in Japan in like June, and then in North America, they released in a month later. And then I think they released it like, I don't think a month later in July, or in like later in July, or like in August. I think it was still in July, the HAL release. I have it in my speedrun, or my version difference guide. I just can't remember offhand. But I do know that the PAL version didn't release the last. Unless I'm also wrong on that. Not too bad. Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah, what translation can be. I have the PAL version of No More Heroes, and I'm wondering, what languages would it even... Does it even have a language option? Like, what language would it offer? Would it be the same as this? French, and German? Well, technically I own the Russian version, but I really doubt... Like, the manual's in Russian, but I really doubt that the game itself is in Russian. I really doubt there's a Russian translation, full Russian translation, but we'll see. I don't intend on playing that version for a while. I actually don't think there are any. There's like a full I don't think all the cutscenes of the PAL version are like together on YouTube. I haven't checked in a while, but. So I don't know. I was gonna say like this. I don't know if there's like a full. If you can find like all the censored cutscenes on YouTube for the Wii version. There aren't even language options. Dang. Okay, we'll get there. Obviously, when No More Heroes 3 gets closer to launch, I'll be doing No More Heroes shenanigans, and that'll be one of the things I will be doing. It'll be weird after playing so much the Switch version. Do a Wii playthrough, but they're pretty close anyway. The only real difference would be controller and like just resolution and loads, but core game is still the same. Hey Nate, welcome. How's it going? Don't worry about it. Oh, whoops. Die. Did I mess it up? I messed it up. Hey, Corbin, welcome. Oh, well. I think I wasn't far enough to the left.
They know who's the strongest.
Yeah, it won't be too long to stream, but like I said, we're gonna get the tapes in Mile 2. Those are always fun. That'll add some time to stream. Most of the game is on disc 1. Disc 2 is pretty short. And the language-based system, interesting. Annoying, but interesting. Makes sense. I know some PS3 games are like that. Yeah. No. You don't need to shoot the sparkly bit. Just need to shoot any part of the wire. Oh, turn around. Oh, fun fact, because this game has like an option, 60 Hertz and 50 Hertz as well, due to the weird how it handles the signal, like I literally cannot see the menu for when the opening menu when the game asks for language, and if I want 60 Hertz or 50 Hertz. I literally have to do that blind. Because my TV can't capture it, and my capture card at the settings it is now it can't capture it, but I could probably change settings to make it capture it, but I'm not gonna do that for 20 seconds just to see what the language is. So I've had to navigate selecting which language and putting 60 Hertz totally blind whenever I boot this version up. My capture card probably could do it, but I don't want to change the settings just for that, like I said. Oh, I was holding upright as opposed to right. Where's my water bottle? Oh, there it is. Come on, you know how to aim. Oh. And that's my safe strat, in case I need a bail. I could have been further away before that dodge roll. Indeed.
You the one they call Matsuken?
No, Kanjiro Matsuoka is not here. I already handed him over.
Where?
How about I give you a clue?
You know we don't have time for puzzles.
Of course. A new informant is waiting. When you find yourself getting close to the truth, please come again. I'm afraid our time is up. Good day.
Okay, so I need to remember, I need to save here. Don't default to muscle memory. I turn around. You want to save here. All my practice saves for every version, all 7 versions, have a memory card with the exact same order of saves. That way, regardless of language. Especially ones that I cannot read or can barely read. I know exactly where each save is going to be because they'll always be in the same order, and I'll always have a save equipped to access at least each chapter at the very beginning, or some practice or some other recording shenanigans. I will watch this one. This is a good scene, as they all are.
Is the word punctual even in your vocabulary? It must be easy being you. Come and go whenever you please.
Your identity?
Linda Vermilion. I was the one hired to kill Mills.
What?
Mills was a slave, kissed up to the government. The government's interest was his interest.
That's our job. That's what we do.
Is making a move for the interest of the country an assassin's job too?
Who are you, really?
I'm a protector of the country. You'll soon know who I am.
Hold it!
See? You already know. It's your last job. Use your eyes to decipher how the system works. And then, seek the real enemies.
You'll soon know who I am. Character who only appears literally once. Says. Okay, so I'm gonna do this a little strangely, but it makes sense to me at least for practice. And to make the level, I don't know, a little bit smoother. But, so I'm gonna go through mostly the main speed route. I'm not gonna go in, I want to get all the tapes, but I'm not gonna do that now. But I'm gonna basically go through the chapter like a speed run. However, after the Benjamin Keene cutscene, smiles just don't appear. Enemies don't appear at all. Hold left. So then I'll just, after I beat Benjamin Keene, after I see that scene, I will then go to the school and basically do cleanup. Except I'm going to do this first. Because I would have to turn into Hayate later through the TV, so... Oh, fun fact! So you can only enter this, obviously, as Hayate. What happens if I turn to someone else? In the woman's bathroom. This is a woman's space, or something like that. I think, what is it? A woman's sanctuary? At least in the English? I don't know what that says. And how it's translated in German, but yeah. Pretty sure it says this is a woman's sanctuary in English. This is a okay, this is a place for a woman. Okay, that's... I don't know, I feel like it says sanctuary in the English, but I don't remember. Thanks for confirming. Liebe Emir. Armin is something something. Oh, he gives us the code. Right, right. Yeah. Good old shaky text. He was with Maid, and then... Yep, this is a Samantha. Wait, do you get a tape with this one? Oh, yep. I was thinking, wait a minute, did I have to do this? Yeah. Thinking, wait a second. You get the tape at the end, duh. Anyway, that's like the one detour I'm taking. The rest of this will be a speedrun route until the very end, in which case I will backtrack. Yo, Shentalk with a 2-month tier subscription. Oh, whoa, you're... Okay, one second. I forgot how close he was. Thank you so much. To continue enrollment in the UAA. How's it going?
Doesn't it?
Learn how to aim.
Doesn't it?
Just finished work, or did work finish you? Ever think of that? Played you. Anyway. Oh, dude, not far enough. There we go. Did they do it over the weekend? Nice. It doesn't matter because it won't save the way I do my saves, but... Oh. Learn how to aim. What does it say when we get Gundam Mask? Where are you? Wrestling Legend, wow. The Ultimate Mask. Even I could understand this. Yeah, it's just The way they phrase it, it's in the German, it's pretty obvious what it's supposed to do. Is this truly an improvement over Alien Mask? Maybe. It's very gaudy. It's not bad. It's I don't know. German guy. Oh you. We're having language-based humor here. Is German Mask better, or German? Is Gundam Mask better than Alien Mask? I actually don't know. Might be. Alien Mask though is just. I'm sure they have official names. Like I'm sure like each transformation or each like costume has like an official name. I just don't know what they are or if they're set anywhere. I don't think they're set. They're not set in the game. Oh!
Who's the strongest?
Ah! Oh, that was bad. What? Oh, I was too low.
Who's the strongest?
I was thinking, like, what is wrong here? I was too low. Okay, well, farewell to speedrun route. I'm gonna do this. So this is a very bit of a niche speed strat, but if you don't have enough blood, you need a minimum 3 vials. So pretty sure it's faster just to do this. At least on PC, it's really fast. Killer 8, you would do this as a backup as well. But just kill, re-enter the room, kill a bunch of mithrils. They give a lot of blood. Hello? Exactly. How much blood will that give me? 2 more kills. So normally in the speedrun you'd kill the Galactic Tomahawk as a mask, but since I missed up that one shot, I'm just gonna do it as Dan. Because he's the second fastest. Especially with his backup. Did he just move to the side a bit? Like, did he like clip into the other smile? I might have to clip that later. Anyway. So like I said, after Benjamin Keane, which we're of course going to watch, gonna backtrack and get all the tapes, which they're only on the first floor. It won't take that long. Where are you up to? Indeed. And nope. If somebody's gonna be finishing their Flower Sun Rain playthrough on stream after this, I wonder who. I say as I check Twitter.
Collateral shot.
Well, not me, obviously. Okay, we're gonna watch the Benjamin Keane cutscene, because of course.
And who might you be? Would you like to join me for a game of Russian roulette? Come on, how about it, son? If you win, I'll let you in on a little secret. How to hit on women with 100% success.
And if I lose?
If you lose, then I want you to kill the president.
All right, it's a deal.
To say it, but you got guts, son. No way I'm gonna die today. Or tomorrow, for that matter. At least not until the election is over. It takes more luck than this game to run a country, damn it. I'm on a roll. I'm hot. It looks like Lady Luck's on my side today. What's a country? Who are the people? What are politicians? Who knows? I just wanted to become a president. All I need is to hear the empty click of this gun, and my dreams will come true. It looks like you lose, son. Sorry, but a deal's a deal.
This gun holds 7 bullets. I'm a professional. You can't fool me, old man.
You and I, we're both sick. The only time we feel alive is when we put our lives on the line. It's a sad reality. But we people are never satisfied. We'll always seek a higher rush. The history of the United States rests within the walls of this institution. It's an old tradition that has continued since the first presidential election. I want you to see it through to the end. And by the way, women are all the same.
Like many cutscenes in this game, I have this one memorized. So it's basically like talking along. I of course muted myself because you don't need to hear me saying them, but so these passwords are also the same. When we get to the passwords in the terminal, that's actually where it's going to be probably one of the most significant differences. It's logical differences, but differences nonetheless. Once again, I'm always reminded how the safe in this is really easy. But there's the safe in the Eternal Darkness, which is really annoying. I know, I actually, I have the passwords. I double checked just to be sure. I remember when I did the PAL version on PS2, I had I didn't think of something that would have been major, but yeah, trust me, I got this. By the way, you can close this. With any of these other trophies, but you cannot close this by shooting the same trophy again. And also the camera gets very close when that happens. It's kind of weird. Okay, so like I said, I'm actually going to be backtracking through floor 1, but there are actually no enemies after that point. I think it's actually not after you beat Benjamin. I think it's actually after you beat the Galactic Tomahawk. I think that's when enemies stop appearing. I think it's not after Ben. Well, obviously it is after Ben, but the real cue is when you beat the Galactic Tomahawk. Okay, so yeah, you'll see no enemies. Oh, dummy. Presumably they did this in case you missed tapes. Oh, we don't have the tape. The tape player itself is a little bit. It's actually near the beginning. There's a early Travis one that they assume you would get early. You would see early on, but. There's another difference. I think so in Cloudman, if you're playing in French or German, you can individually select the posters. Those posters in Cloudman, you know, for the end, the psychological pass, as they call it, psychological test. But most other posters you can't select that way because they don't have text on them, or you don't need to know the text. So I'm thinking that the posters to find the tapes here are the same way, or because they don't have text, you don't need to look at them individually. On PS2, you can look at them individually. That's interesting they use 2 words for tapes. Oh, okay. Oh wait, it was Aru. Yeah, all the tapes, most of the tapes rather, are on this one floor. Fortunately, the game tells you where you've been through the junctions based on the color, so I don't need to worry about Oh, well, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. They say cassette at the end. They say, yeah, okay. I see what you mean now. Huh. Yeah, you literally explain it. Huh, interesting. Yeah, it took a second to realize what you really meant. What is it? I'm gonna go down first. This might be a Harmon room. Yeah, it's a Harmon room. Change the world. If you say so, game. So I should have all the tapes from the classrooms. But you can't see them because I haven't picked up the tape player yet from Travis. I was about to say Mr. Touchdown, but that wrong Travis. Wrong Travis. Maybe it's based on how it looked on the junction versus like the actual prompt. I don't know. Just guessing. Yeah, see, you can't individually select these. You can on PS2, but you can't on I think any version of GameCube. Because you don't need to look at. There's no text on them to look at. Okay. Yep, see? So, you have to find the passwords based on these posters. But I know what the password is by heart, even if we never use it in a run. It's 3576. If I could just do this efficiently, that would be nice too. Here, oh, here, you'll get one scene in German, Travis. Yeah, they assume that you would come here first. That's why he says, go to the locker on my shirt. Because they assume you would come here first. But no matter what, whenever I'm playing this game and I'm getting the tapes, I always come here last. That of good routing, you could say. Okay. We have all the tapes, one. Yes, okay. Alright, so let's listen to them. I mean, obviously he won't be speaking in German, but... yeah.
It's been a few days since the presidential election. Today's the 4th Thursday in November. Rainy. My name's Hulbert, an FBI agent assigned to the Apollo branch. An investigation for the Electoral Justice Committee has brought me to this place. My purpose, to investigate any connection between this school and the presidential election. As I dig, I'm finding out that there's a lot of dirt. I knew something was up when they assigned me to take this investigation. Whoever finds this tape, do me a favor and look for the other tapes. I'll record my findings in these tapes. My first finding, 55549. It's the number of delinquent students here, and also the combination to unlock the safe. Don't forget it.
You are welcome, indeed. Also, is the Apollo branch of the FBI actually real?
This is Hulbert. There's more to this safe than I thought. It's got a double lock mechanism. I need another combination, but I figured it out. It's 72712. It's the number of criminals in this school. If I'm lucky, I might hit the truth, but digging deeper might cost me my life.
Okay, so there's actually a version difference, not here, but, well, yes, technically, well, you know. So in the JP version, he actually has a slightly different line here, when he says he needs another combination. In the JP version, he actually says, don't worry, though, I figured it out. Whereas here, though, he says, but I figured it out. And then the rest of the lines are, like, clearly a different take, like, the same lines, but, like, it's obviously a different take. You know, he says, but digging deeper might cost me my life. Like, the JP version, as well as the JP version is different from what the PAL and what the NTSCU versions do. Like, that, it's weird how only tape 2 has that, like, difference, where one tape is like, a different take, because the rest of them are the same. Who can understand? Oh, it's, Johnny Gagnon. He never shows up in person. Deadly Premonition. Own. Still need to play. As an Amir just needs to learn more about his other half.
It's Hulbert. I ran a background check on the boy. His name is Amir Parkreiner. The Parkreiners.
Huh.
A a family damned by the devil himself. Some say that they possess the DNA of crime. It's drawn the attention of many academics. It appears that Amir Parkreiner was sent to this school by the government. Assigned as his teacher was the former principal. His name's... He's the key person linked to some kind of underground organization.
It's also possible, like, that Amir hired Johnny Gagnon right before the Amir became Garcian, which is why, like, it looks weird that way. But like, he was already reincarnated as Garcian, but he still kept his job. That's why he keeps saying, "You got to keep, come on, pay me," and he never gets paid. Granted, he says the payments come through, I think, at least once or twice. So I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point. I'm just making stuff up at this point, I guess. Yeah. To an extent. Some characters know. Like, Matsukin says, you know, there are more important things to figure out, or more important things, like figuring out who you are, to Garcian, so. It's like, it's just, like, Garcian doesn't know. Killer7 may or may not know. Other members, but yeah. Sort of is, but some characters do know.
And I must say I'm damn glad to still be alive. Still being able to record my findings. I heard a voice. More like laughter. I tried to locate the owner of the voice. There's something roaming around in these halls. I know it sounds crazy, but you have to believe me. This place is dangerous beyond my imagination. I've got to find a safe place. Just a minute ago, I found a student ID. The ID number is 00480158.
Welcome, random Hamiltonian. Oh yeah. Travis Bell refers to literally an angel right before you fight the angel. Like, he says Amir, like, straight up right there. Yeah, that's what I assume, just based on the way it's phrased. He keeps talking about Amir, but he refers to Garcian separately. Stuff like that makes me assume that he didn't know.
It's Albert. It's safe here. Just past 12. A quiet night outside the school. But inside the walls of this school, the voices still continue to echo. I think I'm going to go mad.
Sure doesn't help my chronic headaches.
It sure doesn't help my chronic headaches. Well, at any rate, I confirmed his birth date. It's November 22nd, 1942. Wait a minute. This can't be right. That's over 50 years ago.
Yes, it is, and that's what makes it great. Hey, Turnip, welcome. When do I ever... I posted on Twitter and stuff.
I don't have time, but I found out where Amir is from. There were some documents sent from Alabama regarding his parents' blood types. The father, type A, the mother, type O. If their blood types are correct, then Amir's blood type must be wrong. It just doesn't match. Not only that, the DNA analysis doesn't match either. What the hell's going on here?
You could put notifications. I don't know. I assumed he understood them differently. He seemed, when he talks about, like, you know, the Killer7 turning into a literally different people out of nowhere. It seems like he was just a guy on the side who was like looking from afar, who didn't really understand everything. So I'm assuming he thought like Amir and Garcian were entirely different people, based on like, it doesn't tell you. Like, obviously there are parts of the game that they just pseudo leaves open for interpretation. That's my interpretation. He didn't know. He was sort of bewildered by all of this stuff like that. Wait, did I click on this now?
Albert, I'm in the library
Oh, no.
PTA about Amir's parents, or should I say
So-called parents.
Their names are Michael and Catherine. They died in a car accident when Amir was 4 years old. Something about this car accident seems fishy. I better continue my investigation. I sense something bad here. investigations on Amir Park-Reiner led me to this school. I'm not even sure if the whole thing's even real. It all seems surreal. I don't know if anyone will believe anything on these tapes, but I gotta tell the truth. Amir Park-Reiner died on April 28th, 1952. The registration of residence indicates that he was living with his parents. Then, who is the Amir attending this school? Have the records been fabricated? The government has gone too far.
I don't know, just for fun. I played it in English a million times. I played it in French, the PS2 version. PAL PS2 version. Yo, Guapo552. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Welcome, much appreciated.
Facts don't tell the whole story, or the truth. It's so cliche, but it's the truth about the state this country is in. This school is controlled by the government of another nation. Students here are trained to become elite agents to work for the government. Graduates are assigned to leading positions in the government and promised their life. Some are recruited as Yakumo party members. Those selected become key players in the intelligence war. In other words, they have the capability to spark some fires in the United States. That's the job of a Yakumo party member.
Who is Kunlan? Well, he's presented as a deity-like, demigod-like person. Yeah, he's given a target. Yeah, it's like the exact nature of who Harmon and who Kunlan are is up for debate. I don't think he's... Well, he's not necessarily a remnant psyche. I wouldn't think he is. Especially other characters can see them. So, oh wait. There aren't too many PAL differences. Font is a big one of them. Some of them are in that guide.
Okay.
Most of it's in that guide.
This is it. It's all over. Whoever's listening to this tape, destroy it. A social security code like Eagle doesn't exist. Only the chosen ones are given such codes. Amir is an ace brought out by the Yakumo. He's a dangerous individual everyone fears. And he's standing right in front of me.
Oh, incredible.
Incredible.
Amir!
Amir!
Well, if you read Hand in Killer7, which these translated versions of it adds, well, it doesn't necessarily make it clear, it makes it a bit more convoluted, but yeah, it's all up to interpretation. Oh, Kunlan speaks to Matsuken. Okay, so for the most part, the passwords are the same, but because this is obviously a European release, there are some differences. So the passwords are the same as the US version, I should clarify. The JP version has a different passwords. So that was the school code. This is the state where he's from. Okay, so this one. It asks, when is your date of birth? And this threw me for a loop last time, but what you actually want to do is you want to put day, month, year. Whereas, you know, it would be whereas it'd be month, day, year for the US version. That threw me for a loop when I went through it on PS2 in French. It's obvious, but I don't know why my brain did not think of it last time, so it's obvious. But just I don't know why, but just threw me for a loop, so I made sure to check that. The rest of these are the same though. Well, one exception. So this is date of death. So this would be I'm looking it up. I'm looking literally at the passwords up because my mnemonic devices don't really work. I would remember it as 0, and then 4 times 2 equals 8. That's how I remember it, but that doesn't necessarily work the same way here. And here we go. There's another difference. It makes sense. Writing down European, yeah. Yeah, the JP version does it differently too. It does it like in the JP version. It does year, month, day. The reverse of this. But here we go. So, if you're playing in French or German, it translates. Hopefully I spell that right. It translates eagle into the respective language, as opposed to being just eagle. And there you go. So there's some of the differences. Right there. Yeah, I mean, they make sense, but I didn't think they would do that. I don't know why. Especially since, like he says, like Hulbert says, in the tapes, you know, like a social security code like Eagle doesn't exist. Like he says it. And yet they still went with a translated password when you actually have to put it in. Had a Russian translation, that would be something. I want to do this one because I remember he has a great line. Like, what is it? Something about the truth. Die like a dog. But I owe you. Oh wait, no, it's I'll be waiting for you with a grin as wide as the truth at the end. That's the line. Yep, I think that's it. That's it. Yep. No idea if that idiom would work in German though. It did work. Wheat. Do many games have Russian well, at least back in 2005 when this game released, were there many Russian translations? Like official Russian translations? I didn't think there would be. They're at Hedgehog, which oh weird. This game I think is actually pretty import friendly. Like let's say you had a version. Obviously it released in like all the major regions, but let's say you import this game like what, a month early? Back in the day when it came out in Japan? You could probably get to this game reasonably okay. Even if you didn't read most of the text. Right now it's the same. Interesting, I'm learning. We're gonna watch this one, if only because it has one of my favorite lines in the game. Hey Dak Bang, welcome. How's it going? Well, it's a good scene in general.
The press is gonna be all over this one. The United States cover will be blown.
So this is dirty politics.
The presidential election is in the hands of the Education Ministry. They manipulate the votes and bring forth political leaders.
Who's he?
He was
Greg Nightmare.
He was the chairman of Education Ministry.
What is United States? What is the purpose of the president?
I'm Japanese. How the hell should I know? Figure it out yourself. There are more important things. Shit. Like finding out who you are.
I'm Japanese, says the American voice actor with his very American accent. I forget who told me, but someone in chat once said that they thought that line was supposed to be almost sarcastic because it's Steve Bloom using basically his regular accent or something close to it, saying that he's Japanese. Why do we shoot the guy's pants off? Here's where I just shrug. Here's where I just shrug and be like, I assume, I don't know, he went through some Heaven Smile, like advanced Heaven Smile thing. I literally, I couldn't tell you. Yeah, it's a Suda game, go with that. I literally could not tell you why. I just, yeah. If you need a Japanese guy in a Suda game, you get Steve Bloom. Clearly. I mean, they did that for TSA, too. But yeah, I couldn't tell you why we do this. Why they don't tell you anything about Greg. Which is fine. They don't need to tell you everything. It's just, yeah, just use your imagination. You fill in the blanks on your own. I don't want. We don't need to get into the spiel, but I don't know. There comes a point where, like, a lot of people want like all the answers all the time, but you know, having ambiguity, having maybe not holes, but like, you know, some gaps here and there. Especially since this version, like, what is it? Obviously, Suda couldn't put in all the story he wanted, so there are pretty obvious gaps, but. Yeah, sometimes it's better just to leave things as they are. See how you feel on your own. Joking? Yeah, fair enough. Not much that I didn't already know. Can't really think of anything I didn't really already know. I learned that the German translation isn't that bad, thanks to German speakers in chat. A bit literal, but not bad.
Son of a bitch.
Mostly just bewildered by like all the font differences. Like if you look at my guide, I think I think I'll have to look over my footage again. But if you look at my guide, like I think pretty much everything I said, everything there is like I basically just reconfirmed. Take a deep and whoops, yep, basically. Greg Nightmare is such a cool name, by the way, throwing that out there. There's also Dimitri Nightmare, who literally does nothing except pass Harm in his hat at the end.
Ah, I hope you had a pleasant day, sir. Enjoy your stay.
We won't watch all these cutscenes. There's really nothing different about the text. We will watch the Dan cutscene though, because I'm curious how if they'll translate the Bloody Heartland, Amir's nickname. I'm curious about that. I will enjoy my stay, Edo. You remember the faces of all our guests. All the guests. Yeah, the good old, plot that doesn't give you all the details. You, baits and switches, a couple of details about the nature of the, Killer 7. I mean, No More Heroes even has, like... No More Heroes has, its, like, its own, and, like, not everything is explained in No More Heroes either. That game is less convoluted, obviously by design, but even then, there are still, like, details it doesn't tell you. Which is fine, because it still works in that game's favor, too. But they give you just enough information in No More Heroes plot to stitch it all together just fine, where all the details you could easily just assume. We'll do one green sleeves, and this is the mask one. Watch the rooftop? Well, I can't skip it, so yes. Unless you meant the Harmon one, with Kun Lan, in which case we'll watch that too, I guess. Details are for squares, well. Yeah. Yeah, when, like, Amir shoots, or when Garcine shoots Amir's third eye, you literally cannot skip that. Also, if you use a free look, Mask has no face, pretty sure. Or, like, it's still in silhouette. I can't remember. But, like, it's obscured in some way, but I can't remember exactly how they did it. Someone has mentioned it before, but... Well, I mean, I meant, like, what we do. We literally do shoot. Like, I don't think it's meant to be a literal he shoots, like, himself. Like, we're not going all Fight Club, but... Like, his memory's finally manifested, so it's more, like, symbolic, if anything. Meant to be more abstract. But he does get blood on him, so maybe it's more literal than Factor saying it is. Hey, Swiggy Bong Water, welcome. They were already a group of assassins. They were already a group. I can't remember if they when young Harmon explains it, he says that the investigative unit called them the Killer 7. So I don't know if they were called the Killer 7 at that point, but they were definitely a group. They were definitely a group by that point. It's possible they were called the Killer 7 and then, like, the investigative unit just happened to use the same name. Well, one, it's fancy. His suit turns purple too, and two, the assumption I always got was that it reveals his true alignment as the sort of son of the real son of Kun Lan. The green eyes, you know. Kun Lan has a green suit and has green eyes. Okay, we'll watch this one as well because there's actually talking.
So. You must be the one they call the Bloody Heartland.
Oh, yep, they still call him the Bloody Heartland.
Here to kill the Smiths.
This is the title.
Rule of thumb: don't set your goals too high. What do you want? Who do you want, huh?
You.
Wait, did I phrase it improperly? Okay, I was gonna say. Well, I mean, again, this is all like my own interpretation. Some of it's very close to what people would say, but like the way it's shown is that okay, so obviously Garcine here is aligned with Harmon, like that's an obvious thing. But it was revealed a lot in Smile 2. You know, young Harmon was working for Japan, the manifestation of Harmon Smith. And Amir was aligned under Kun Lan. But after all the Union Hotel shenanigans, he became reborn as Garcian, and in turn was aligned under Harmon Smith.
Naturally, I found myself being led to this place.
Long journey, but it ends here, Garcian. No, I think it's time I called you by your real name, Amir Parkreiner.
Amir?
Allow me to introduce myself. My name's Harmon Smith. I'm the man you saw in your past.
He passed over the hat.
Do you remember the incident where 6 people were murdered in this hotel? You must have seen it yourself. Because you were the killer. The assassin, Amir Parkreiner, was the ace of aces. Who would have thought the killer was a mere 13-year-old? It was a deliberate crime targeted toward the Smith Alliance. It consisted of 7 members, but the leader wasn't included in the 7. Later investigations found his dead body inside a safe of a school. The investigative unit called them the Killer7. But the whole affair was never made public, not because this was an aberration from society, but because it involved national security issues. Unfortunately, a curse brought upon you by old traditions. You, Amir, are an assassin controlled by the government. Someone is watching your every move. From the second when I first took you in on the roof. You were one of the very few assassins with class, but you were out of control. Still, there was something venerable about you. Then it occurred to me, you were no longer a mortal being. Within you, ever so quietly, evil had opened its eyes.
Well, I didn't mean like sun literally, unless you interpret it literally. I meant more like alignment. It's just easier to say sun, as opposed to Amir was in alignment. I wouldn't call them overprotective. It's just it's part of the chess game that Kun Lan and Amir, or Kun Lan and Harmon Smith have been doing for a long time. I didn't mean like sun, like literally. Oh, if you're not Garcian here, if you like use codes to turn into someone else, there is a, where is it? There's a camera to turn you back into Garcian. Again, a lot of the stuff I'm saying is just, you know, one of my interpretations. The game doesn't tell you a lot. But as far as I could tell, like, the point is that Amir was truly aligned with Kun Lan. Garcian is aligned with Harmon Smith.
What took you so long?
Nice view, isn't it?
It's different. Time here is warped.
To finish this game peacefully is my last wish.
Guess that won't happen. We've been interrupted again.
Has another come to surface?
A sight for sore eyes.
Haven't seen you around for a long time.
Come in.
Please.
I don't know. Even Han and Killer7 has very little to say about Dimitri Nightmare. Also, this scene, they never tell you, like, who is actually doing that. Like, the general idea is that it was young Harmon, which is somewhat confirmed in Killer 8 because he has a Tommy gun. And if you use free look there, there's no, like, they didn't put his model there.
No, it wasn't me. It can't be. It's all a misunderstanding.
Mm-hmm. You know, that's another thing. There was always that question, you know, before you play the game. Well, is it 7 different people, or is it just one person with 7 personalities? And the game kind of reveals it's a little of both. Based on the way characters are treated and the way it's presented. Which makes it very interesting. You go, Punk Kid C. You go. Rip Joe Lala. He passed away a few years ago. Mulan's voice actor. Stream ended up being longer. I didn't expect this to take that long today. Well, best do I understand. They were all aligned under Harmon Smith initially, and then Amir. And then Amir, in turn, sort of absorbed their essence. It's convoluted. I don't even fully understand. I understand it to a certain extent, but when I say it out loud, it sounds like I don't, because the game just doesn't tell you. But essentially, yeah, something like Amir. They were all a unit under the original Killer7, all a unit under young Harmon, or under Harmon Smith, and then Amir sort of incorporated them into his own psyche as he was becoming Garcian. Yeah, hijacked them, that might be a better word. Yeah, they were all killed by 13-year-old Garcian, or Amir, but see, it's hard because I'm saying they're literally like multiple versions of the same character, so I have to keep correcting myself when I say the wrong version of the character. Oh, I love this game, man. Like, this is the kind of game where like you talk about you talk about you're in like a coffee shop, you're all being pretentious and talking about high-minded video games. Exactly, they end up as remnant psyches. Some are incorporated better than others. No, because I'm gonna save after this. I think. Oh, lion? They didn't say actual lion. Well, I think it's explicitly said that it's like he's actually turning into them. Like that's why I say it's like a mixture of both. Like it's part of his mind, but because whenever like, you know, Curtis sees an encounter, Curtis sees Dan Smith right there. Like characters will mask a scene as matched to Jean de Paul. Like it's not even necessarily stated as I don't remember if it's said in game what it's actually called. It's not like dissociative identity disorder. It's like multiple foliate personality disorder or something like that, where it physically manifests. It's like something a bit different. So under my understanding, it's like, here's mode, welcome. It's like I said, it's a mixture of both. He actually does become them, but they're also part of his psyche. It's like, which is really cool. Anyway, oh, Killer Save Japan. Choice is yours. Personalities disassemble like Lego blocks. Harmon revived him. I can see that. And there's say Harmon took him. Yeah, see, I can see that working too. Is that what they call Battleship Island, dude? Or I don't know how that translates. They become particles. Yeah, literal Lego blocks. With blood. The killer saved Japan. It's a literal translation. That's funny. Killer Save Japan's official. Yeah. Believe that. We got one Save Japan, anyone else? Fun fact, this is a real place. I think they changed its location. I forget where it actually is, but... They changed the location in-game. I don't know why. Maybe not make it too real. But there is a real Battleship Island. Killer 7 too. Killer 14, if you will. Oh no, they put the Roman numeral, like Killer 7, but then they put Roman numeral 2. They were okay. Guess everyone wants to save Japan today. Also, that's why like Iwazaru. Spoiler alert. Iwazaru is shown to be Kun Lan because he was like a. Someone did a poll. Okay. That Shentok or was that Nate? Killer 7 square, but that'd be Killer 49. Anyway, that's why Iwazaru is like a huge thing. Is like when you kill him, he looks like Kun Lan. Like, well, why? Well, I assume that's like a remnant of Kun Lan within within Garcian. Well, I don't know. I feel like that has to be the twist though, because like he looks like him. That's why he's like humiliated in bondage gear, because under Garcian he was aligned with Harmon Smith. So that leftover part of Kun Lan and Garcian's psyche is like humiliated. Okay, we're getting close. Yeah, it looks like we're saving. Can I vote in my own poll? I can. Again, I'm not. That's, you know, what I interpreted. I'm not. If you don't think he is, like, I'm not gonna say I'm right. That's just how I always viewed it. Like, I've sat, like, they always say, oh, does one really truly understand Killer 7? Well, I think you could. Like, I've been sitting on this game. I've been playing this game for like 15 years? 14 years? I played in 2007, so... Math. 14 years, so... At this point, I have my own, like, understanding of the game, and can speak with it with relative confidence in that I at least understand what I'm saying about this game. Dude understands it? Well, I mean...
You boys are almost done. You don't need to go around killing everybody anymore. The last of the Heaven Smiles is in the back. The big boss. If you do him, then it means you've eradicated all of them. No more terrorism. Hail to the free world. But I wonder, what'll become of you guys if terrorism is the law of nature? You know, you should kill me now, because you don't want us hanging around, know what I mean? If I'm alive, I'll give you a run for your money.
Even an assassin like yourself.
Better be prepared, because blood must atone for blood. So, which will you choose? Your own country, or watch our retribution? Your fucking decision.
Okay, we're saving. Yo, Damo. Welcome. Where did I get a raid? Alas, I am almost done, but you get to see the ending. You're awake very early. Dang, so many theories in chat. I like that idea of yin and yang. That would make sense. I like that theory too. I I literally have here's one point where I can throw my hands up. It's like I literally have no idea what he does. What happens to Matsukin when Kunlan just grabs him with his glowy hand? Like I assume, okay, maybe he awakened an instinct within Matsukin, gave him some knowledge or gave him confidence. It would have been interesting had we seen more of Matsukin before that scene, see how his personality, see more of his personality, because he seems pretty not very confident in himself for the few moments before that happens. It would have been interesting had we seen a bit more of him and maybe seen more of a personality shift if there would be any. But yeah, that's where I kind of throw up my hat. It's like, okay, here's what I sort of think, but never really said. Anyway. I was literally about to do that, so you read my mind. Right. Stop, Tingle. We need to kill you. Hey, Foss, welcome. Alas. Yes. Oh, you can do it after every time, but it's just a little tiddly to It makes sense how they did it, so he would be coming around the corner, but it has this as a silly side effect. And also, it doesn't inflict damage on him. It just makes him run. Actually, wait. What? Can I leave? I've never backtracked here. What happens if I leave? Oh, you can still hear him, though. I didn't know you could do that. Oh, I don't try. Okay, does it reset? It resets! That's funny! I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. I learned something today. I guess it makes sense. I don't know. Anyway, rip Tingle. Dang, I didn't expect this to take... Well, I guess because I watched a few more cutscenes than last time, and I did the tapes, and I spent a lot more time talking. I expect this to be like an hour and a half. Oh. Here we go. See, your brain is expanding. I might go through the PAL version on Killer 8. I don't know. I think I like the save ending a little better. I don't know. I'm partial to both. I like them both. Maybe I like the save ending because I don't want Japan to be bombed, but that's just me. I don't know, I might go this on Killer 8, maybe not soon, but it's a possibility. I don't think there's anything I could learn on Killer 8. Like, no version differences. Also, originally, there's a band, of course, called Grasshopper, and they made a track called Ride, but obviously they couldn't get the rights for it. It was a bit too expensive, so Tsuda went up to Masafumi Takada and was like, hey, make a track that sounds like this. And that's what this is, reenacted. So look that up. Grasshopper. Band Grasshopper, the track Ride. The Japanese are like protected people, which is the link between Killer 7 and No More Heroes. Hey. Oh, right, that would be translated. And all of these billboards, they say, well, they technically are supposed to say Grasshopper manufacturer, but I've been told that it technically translates to Locust manufacturer, implying that, of course, Grasshopper manufacturer becomes a major superpower in China in the next 100 years. Justin Frenzy, fair. Pause here? Nope. You can't pause as Young Harmon ever. Even in other chapters, you can't pause as Young Harmon. Oh, will there be an echo when Kunlun laughs? I think there should be. There isn't in the original JP version. Like they added the echo after that, but I think there should be an echo here.
From your nightmare.
Harmon, the world won't change. All it does is turn. Now, let's dance.
Yep, echo. Maybe I did get it backwards. I've been talking a lot. Grasshopper. No, yeah, but I said it backwards. One second. Yeah, you're totally right, Foss. I said it backwards. That's the track. My brain flipped them. Well, unless you know Japanese, you should get it on DS, because the PS2 version never released with in English. I mean, you should play the Silver Case first, and then Flower, Sun, and Rain. And the Silver Case is in English now on PC and PS4, and soon to be Switch. Wait, no, already Switch. It's in Japan. I'm waiting for the limited edition English release. But yes, I recommend Flower, Sun, and Rain. It's actually top 3 Suda games for me. But you need to play Silver Case before that. And yeah, DS version is only one in English. I did do a playthrough on a YouTube where I played through the DS version and the PS2 version at the same time with the same controller, which was interesting. I still can't believe I did that. And like I said, Killer 8, I don't know. Maybe one day. On DS, yeah, emulates pretty well. I had no issues with it. There was like some slowdown on it, but like there was slowdown on the original DS version. Only like final level, I think. Yeah, the DS version I had no problem emulating. Switch port, yep. I've ordered the 90 buff version of Welcome. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Anyway, I'm done. But that was good. Yeah, I really, like I said, like I've been saying, I didn't really find all that much differently that I already knew about this version. I might go through it in Killer 8. Maybe not soon. I wanted to finish this up because I want to go back to speedrunning this game on PC. But we're actually gonna raid. It's funny you mentioned Flower Sun Rain because Genry is playing through it. He's finishing it up, so yeah, if you don't want to get spoiled, he's like literally in the last 3 chapters. He's gonna finish up the game today. So don't go to Genry's stream in this raid, in case you want to play it one day and don't want to be spoiled, because there's some pretty heavy stuff. But yeah, thank you all for showing up. We had some good chats today. Viewers, oh, I can't raid people today. Viewership is always appreciated. I will see you all later. Take care.